In this video, I am going to talk about the periodic table. In the past, scientists have discovered a lot of different elements. The idea of the periodic table is to arrange all the discovered elements in an order that exhibits repetition of properties. In 1869 year, the Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev arranged the 63 elements known at the time in a table form. He put elements with similar chemical properties in the same vertical column of the table. He called his table the periodic table of elements. This table has been much modified over the years to become the modern periodic table. In the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in ascending order of atomic number. We just wanted to point out that in the periodic table, you'll probably see loads of different types. For example, you might find that the position of the mass numbers and atomic numbers has been reversed, like the example of carbon. Here, don't worry about any of this thought. The tables all through the same information, just presented in a slightly different way, and you can always tell which is the atomic number, because it will be the smaller of the two. In the last video, we have illustrated the nuclear symbol. Let's use carbon as an example. Nuclear symbol for that element, which has 3 components. In the right is the element symbol, which is the 1 or 2 letter symbol for that element. In this case, C stands for carbon. At the top is the atomic number, which tells us the number of protons in that atom. At the bottom is the relative atomic mass, which represents the weighted average mass of that element. In the periodic table, the nuclear symbol is slightly different from what we learnt in the previous video. The atomic number is written at the top of the nuclear symbol. It is because the atomic number governs the properties of the elements, and it also determines its place in the periodic table. As all elements are listed in order of increasing atomic number, another thing to take note of is that the periodic table uses relative atomic mass instead of mass number. While organizing the periodic table, Mendeleev found that elements displayed a pattern of chemical properties that repeated at regular intervals. He formed a new row every time the pattern repeated. A horizontal row of elements is called a period. Each period has a number from 1 to 7. However, period number is equal to number of occupied electron shells in its atom. For example, element of hydrogen in period 1 have 1 electron shell. Element of lithium in period 2 have 2 electron shells, and so on. Across a period, the elements change from metals through semi-metals to non-metals. For example, across period 2, there is a gradual change from a reactive metal of lithium, through a semi-metal of boron, to reactive nonmetals of oxygen and fluorine, and finally to a noble gas of neon.